Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Anna Crossland. For those of you who are new here, hi, welcome to my channel. This is where I like to talk about beauty products, give my honest opinion. Today I'm going to be talking about some of my favorites. Currently, I have so many. Normally I wait till the end of the month, but I just have so many just building up that I was like, I need to do it now because I have so many. One of my first favorites was actually sent to me by Dossier, and I will go into more details about who Dossier is, but let me just tell you, I'm very picky about what brands I pick to work with. I will only work with brands that I was interested in to begin with, or they email me and I check out their site, and I would be willing to spend my own money to purchase it to review because I have that interest, because there's no point in me reviewing something that I don't really care about at all. So I actually had been looking at Dossier's website for a while now, and I've been wanting to buy from them because lately I've been getting a lot more into perfumes. So I was like, what's this Dossier all about? And I just was looking at their site and trying to figure out which perfumes I'd want. And oh my gosh, they emailed me and were like, hey, do you want to kind of talk about us in your video and we'll send you some perfume? And I was like, yes, please. Thank you so much, because I've heard really great things about them. Dossier is known for creating dupes, if you will, or inspired fragrances of higher end perfumes. So they asked me to pick one out, and the one that I picked out is supposed to be a dupe or a inspired fragrance of the Tom Ford's Lost Cherry. Now, Tom Ford's Lost Cherry full size is $350 for 1.7 ounces, and even the smaller size is like $75. I could never spend that much money on perfume, but do I want to smell expensive? Heck yes, I do. So I can't tell you if it's gonna smell identical, but I can tell you if it smells good. I'm gonna go ahead and read to you and show you how it comes to you. The Oriental Cherry, which is the one I picked, retails for $49, which is so much cheaper than $350. And they give you this little card, and it tells you the notes. It says top notes: cherry, almond, cinnamon. Middle notes: clove, rose, jasmine, plum. Base notes: Peru balsam, tonka bean, vanilla. And it's inspired by Lost Cherry. It says 18% concentration. It says our mission is to deliver the highest quality luxury inspired fragrance at a fair price, giving you the freedom to explore new scents. Thank you for giving us a try, which is another thing why I would prefer buying from an inspired by company that I can get for cheaper, because I don't always want to just wear one scent. I like exploring new scents. That's just me personally. So the cool thing about this though is any scent that you order, it would come in this box. This part is so clever, and I love that they do this. They provide you a sample so that you can test out the scent before opening the bottle, so that if you don't like it after testing out the sample, you send it back. You get your money back. So it's basically risk-free. In my opinion, I was like, that's so good, because buying scents online can be a little bit scary if you've never tried it before. They do provide you with a sample, and then you get this really pretty bottle. So I actually really love simple bottles, and it's just very simple, and I think it looked really beautiful just sitting on your stand. And the thing I love about this is it's a magnetic cap, so it closes nice and tight, and it's very fuss-free, very easy. It also has the notes on here, and it just says Oriental Cherry and Dossier. But this, I chose this scent because to me it sounded like the most unique scent. When I smell it straight from the bottle, I definitely smell the cherry, the sweetness. I smell a little floral, but more sweet. But it just smells so good to me. So the spray too is nice, and it's like a nice fine mist. I will say I've been wearing this for like a week now, and it lasts a fair amount of time. It lasts longer than my other perfumes have. By the end of the day, I don't get whiffs of it still, but if I smell it directly on my skin, I can smell it, that it's still present. When I first spray it, you really smell that cherry and that plummy type smell, and it smells so sweet. Not sickeningly sweet though, and that's what I really appreciate. I definitely smell the almond in there. The only thing I don't like my nose can't pick up is the spiciness. I don't really smell the cinnamon in mine. I smell more of like the vanilla, cherry, almond, and a little hint of floral. I'm not a huge floral person, so if this had too much floral in it, I probably wouldn't love it, but it doesn't have an overwhelming floral scent. And I wear this night, day. I think it's like light enough to wear it in the daytime or at nighttime. It's a really unique scent, and I've never smelled anything like this. Obviously, if I've smelled the Tom Ford Lost Cherry, it'd probably smell pretty similar, but I haven't. But I'm happy with this. I would highly suggest checking them out. They did give me a code. I don't make any money from it. It's just for you, my followers. If you want to use it, it's there. I'll put it down below. I'll post it here. But they have so many different options to choose from. I'm sure that you'll see like your favorite scent on there somewhere that's higher end. Some of them range from $29 to like $49. So this one is a little bit more of the more expensive ones, but they do have cheaper ones as well. So I think it's a great site. Go check them out. But this one again is an Oriental Cherry, and it's supposed to be Tom Ford's Lost Cherry scent. And it smells really good, and I can see myself wearing this all the time. Like, I know some people have specific summer, winter, fall scents, and I've heard some people say this is more of like a fall, winter scent, but I mean, I'm wearing it in the summer, so here I am, smelling like a cherry in the summer. Let's get into some more favorites. I have a lot. For those of you who don't know, we recently moved to Arizona. We had 3 weeks to do it. We somehow pulled it off, sold our house, moved out here, found a house. We're getting ready to close on our house in a month, about July 15th. And yeah, we're staying with my parents until we close. So it just kind of all worked out. And thankfully my parents are letting us stay with them, and they have a big enough house. And it just all really worked out. It's been a little bit harder to film. Travis is gone for training, so I do have a little 3-year-old, so it's been rough. Our new house will not have any extra room for me to film. Square footage here is harder to come by than it was back in Illinois. I don't have a filming room. We do have an extra room, but we are trying for another, so if we do end up having another child, then that will become that child's room. So I'm trying not to like use that room in case that happens. So I'm gonna just have to find a wall to film against like I'm doing now, I guess. It'll be fine. The 2 palettes are from the same brand. I've been using especially this one nonstop, the Kaleidos Flower Punk palette. I did do a review on this right before I left. It's what I'm wearing today. I didn't do anything crazy with it, and that's kind of how I've been wearing it this summer. It's been 100 degrees this whole week, but I've been using this nonstop. I used these 3 today, but there's been times that I've done like a little halo eye. The shimmers are so sparkly. Today I didn't really try with the shimmers. I just patted it on with my finger. You know, if you want it intense, use a glitter glue or a wet brush, like I always say. But this time I've just been enjoying the kind of little hints of glitter because it has been so hot. I don't want to put on like a full glam eye look. So this is kind of what I've been doing, just really soft looks with this palette. And this has become my everyday palette right now. Another one from Kaleidos. What do you call it? Kaleidos? I don't know. Is this one the Sashimi City? If I want to do just like a brown neutral look, this is the one that I've been using as well. And same thing, I've been basically doing the same type of eye look. I'll put like the light neutral in the crease, the dark in the outer corner, and then I'll take like one of the shimmers and just tap it like right here. And I just like the little shift hint of glitter that you get from them. But yeah, I've been using these up like crazy. These have been my go-to palettes. I haven't even bothered unwrapping any of my other palettes. I've just really been enjoying using these, especially for the hot summer days. Ooh, I've been loving these so much. These are from Pixi. These were sent to me by Pixi, so I just want to put that out there. They sent me these. I don't have to put these in any videos. I'm sure they would like me to, but they don't tell me I have to. They have these cream blushes. I don't know how new they are. I know that you can buy them from Target and stuff like that, but they're called Pixi On The Glow Glow Blush Tinted Moisture Stick. And this is all I've been using. I've been using these 3. Fortunately, I have all 3 because they sent them to me. But honestly, if I run out of these, I'll probably purchase one on my own. I hope they come out with more colors. I've really been liking this. Someone asked me, I did like a little unboxing short of these, if it's like kind of sticky or greasy. And I would say yes, but I never really notice it once it's on my cheeks because I don't really touch it. Plus I'm like sweating because it's so hot anyways, so my face is like always sticky everywhere. But these do like give you such a moisturized glow and gleam that yes, they are a little bit like, they stay juicy looking, but they just look so fresh and dewy, and I'm obsessed. And my favorite way to apply these is, today I used Ruby, but I also mixed it with ColourPop Super Shock Cheek. So it does come with these on there, and I would suggest keeping it on there because my other one I took off got all crushed in the cap. They do have this little twisting mechanism, and I just like to take my finger and rub it, and then I tap 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 on my cheeks like this, and it just gives like such a dewy glow. And that's what I love in the summer. I just love creating like dewiness, like I've been sitting out in the sun type of glow. I would say this one's probably my favorite. It kind of reminds me of a Natasha Denona, that one cream blush from their Bloom palette. I actually have it, but it's a little bit less pigmented, so it's easier to work with in my opinion. I do really like the pink one. This one is in the shade Fleur, but it is really light. So it's just such a light pink, but it doesn't show up too good on my skin tone. Just a little tiny flush of pink, but I still use it. And then there's this one. I would suggest if you have like a medium to deeper skin tone to go for the darker ones, just because the pink is very, very light. Don't you love my watch tan line? It's great. This one's more just peachy orange, and of course you can use a brush, but when I do it this way, I don't find it like pulling up my foundation or messing with it underneath, and I just really like these. I think you can kind of tell I've been using them because they're getting kind of messy. That is one kind of downfall. If I'm not wearing like foundation, because like sometimes I'll wear a little bit of concealer with my sunscreen and then I'll just kind of wipe on my cheek and then blend it out. But if you have foundation on, it's probably better to like use your fingers or something. But these, I love them. All right, we're on to something that I have been completely obsessed with. I mean, I'm on a buying spree of this next product. If you guys want a more in-depth review so I can do swatches, like lip swatches and whatnot, it's these babies. I have 4 of them right now. I'm ready to buy like another one. I just love them. The one I'm wearing right now is actually called Peak Show. These are the NYX Lingerie XXL, and these are the liquid lipsticks, and I love them all. I also have the shade Stay and Juicy. They pretty much look identical to what they look like in their tubes. This one's like a magenta pink. This one is probably my most worn because it's just a peachy nude. And this one is called Expose Me. This is what I pretty much wear almost every day. But I do also wear this one. This one is called Turn On. The thing I like about these is they're more, I don't know, they're just smooth looking. They have a really nice wand. I don't know, they last a really long time. They do start to feel a little dry in between the cracks, but for the most part, for a liquid lipstick, they're the most comfortable, cruelty-free drugstore liquid lip I have ever found. So, and I love the color range. So if there was like a color you're like, I kind of want to try these, I would highly suggest checking it out. If you're not a fan of liquid lipsticks and the dry down matte feel, you still might not like these because in the end they still dry down and they still are a liquid lip. So liquid matte lips. I just really like them though, and they do last like if I have to wear a mask in a store, and I've really been loving these and I want the whole collection. So far I have 4. We'll see how many I have if I decided to do an in-depth review and swatch video for you guys. As far as freckle pens go, I have like 4 or 5 right now, and my favorite was the Lime Crime, but that one is starting to dry out a little bit. So I've been using the ColourPop freckle pen. This is in dark brown a lot. I prefer the felt tip type applicators. They're just easier to use. They're faster to use too than the ones that have the more brush-like, because you kind of have to wait for those to dry down a little bit and then tap them out, versus this you can just tap 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 tap. So it's a lot faster. I think it'd be really cool to buy the light brown and the dark brown so you can have a mixture of the colors, but it works great. So if you were ever wanting to try out a freckle pen, I'd say try out something like this that is very affordable but also has a felt tip because it's very user-friendly in my opinion. Let's talk about skincare. So I don't know which product is really helping me the most, but something is doing something to my pores because I can see my pores getting smaller and tighter together, and I don't really know which product. I would guess it's the retinol, but I'm just gonna show you everything I use just in case. So what I use is the Ordinary Salicylic Acid 2% mask, and I just put this on my nose in my pore area, and I only do it 1 to 2 times a week, normally just once a week because normally I forget about it. And by the time it's time for bed, I just take off my makeup and go to bed because yeah, I rub some stuff all over my face, but to do a mask, I really need some time. But it's just this charcoal mask, and like I said, I don't know really what's helping the most with my skin, but these are the products I'm using. CeraVe Skin Renewing Vitamin Serum, as you can tell, is like almost all gone, so I'm gonna have to get a new one soon. But I put this on in the morning, and I then put on a sunscreen so that they kind of work together. And at nighttime, I have been using the CeraVe Resurfacing Retinol Serum, and I think that this is probably what's helping. I don't use this every single night. I try to use it every other night. Sometimes the nights that I'm not using this, I'll try and use an alpha hydroxy acid. But for the most part, this is like my main go-to, what I've been using. And then I'll follow up with some thick moisturizer. For my face, I have been using the e.l.f. Happy Hydration Cream. This is my second one, and it is gone. I used the rest last night. It is very thick, very moisturizing. I get eczema prone skin, so it gets very itchy, and if I start to itch, it'll get really rashy. So I have to find something extremely hydrating to stop that itch, and this always helps. It's very affordable, and I get it from Target. And then for my body, and sometimes even my face, if I'm feeling like really dry, I'll use the Cetaphil body moisturizing cream. So I use this on my body. I've even used it on my face and I don't break out or anything, and sometimes I like really need that extra moisture. It's just really thick, and I mean you can tell. We did get this one from Costco because it was like buy 2 for $20 something, so it was a pretty good deal. Now on to foundations. I told you guys I had a lot of stuff. So this one's basically empty. It's the Milani Cream to Powder Foundation. I really liked this. I did a whole review on this. I think I would repurchase it again. The only thing that I don't like is, I don't like that I don't like that it's in a pan. Like, I don't like to have to put a sponge in there or a brush in there. I prefer like a pump versus going in again. That's kind of what I had to do with my sponge, like keep going in. But it is a nice foundation, and it does look really nice on the skin and very affordable. It looks like skin on the skin. I have a review and wear test on this foundation. I really liked it, as you can tell. Another foundation I've really been liking, which I think I also have a review on, is the e.l.f. Camo CC Cream. You can tell I've been using it up as well, and this one has SPF in it also. I still wear an SPF under it. I wouldn't say it's the longest lasting foundation in this heat, especially this 100-degree heat. I don't think anything would, unless it's like Estee Lauder foundation, longwear foundation. But it is nice. It's good coverage, and it has SPF, so it's been good. I have jumped on the bandwagon and got the Wet n Wild Incognito concealer. There is something about this concealer that it smells, I know they're like concealer smells good. It smells really fresh, like aloe or something. It just smells really good. It does have really good coverage. It doesn't crease, yes. I think every concealer I've ever had in my life does crease, especially when it's hot and I'm like sweating. It does crease, and I'll just kind of, pat it back together. I like it because it does have really good coverage, and I've been getting starting to get some darker circles under my eyes or discoloration. I don't even know. I'm getting older, so that's what happens. Something I hate to admit that I've really been liking, because it is not cruelty free, which I don't think any of the skincare products are. I don't believe CeraVe is cruelty-free either, which makes me really sad. But this waterproof Hydrophage Air Volume Mega Mascara from L'Oreal Paris. I have to be really picky with my mascaras because my eyes water like crazy, so it has to be waterproof. Also, a lot of the cruelty-free ones, for some reason, they fog up my contacts. I'm a contact wearer, and I don't know if any of you also have had that problem. My lashes are very heavy, and this keeps them lifted, and it doesn't run into my eyes, it doesn't fog it up. So I've been liking this. I don't really like to promote not cruelty-free stuff, but I'm really hoping that more brands will become cruelty-free, and I hope we keep pushing them to become cruelty-free. I don't know how long it's going to take or if it will ever happen, but it would be really awesome if it would. I've been using this, and it's been good for the summer for me. We're gonna do hair. So this is called Heritage by Mindy McKnight, and it says Wiggle Room Flexible Hold Hairspray. This is a cruelty-free brand from Walmart. It smells like, to me, like a salon type of hairspray. It smells really good. It sprays really nicely, and it holds really well as well. Even though it says flexible, it is flexible, but it still holds. What I find a lot of times at the drugstore, the flexible hairsprays are a little too flexible and don't really do any holding, except maybe a few flyaways. This one actually has some hold to it, but then you can kind of brush it out if you want to. And it is like almost gone. So this is definitely something I will repurchase again. Last but not least, I have the shampoo and conditioner from Costco. This is the Kirkland brand, and it is the Moisture Shampoo, Moisture Conditioner. I have really thick, coarse hair, and I have a really hard time finding drugstore conditioners that don't make my hair feel worse. And if it doesn't make it feel worse, then I know it's at least okay to use. And I don't know, these smell really good. They're really cheap. I think it's like $9 or under a bottle, and these are huge. This is actually the second time I've bought this. So before we moved, I bought huge ones of these, but I left them, I think, in Illinois because I couldn't bring them with me. And when I moved here, I started using a different drugstore conditioner, and it was just making my hair like really dried out and really bad. And so when my dad went to Costco, I was like, can you please pick me up some more of these, because they're really affordable and they don't like make my hair worse. So I have really been enjoying these. I think you can get them at most Costco's. I don't know if you can get them anywhere else. It says no animal testing, supposedly, too, so that's a plus. But I've been enjoying that as well. So that's been my favorites currently. I know it's a lot. I probably even left some stuff out. Maybe there will be a part 2 of my favorites, because apparently there's like a lot that I've been liking this month, like ever since we moved. I'm just like using things. I think it doesn't help that half my stuff is packed away. So I've really been concentrating and focusing on just specific products, which now they're my favorites. That's what happened, I guess. But let me know more if you guys have tried any of these things. What has been your favorite this month? And thank you for all your support, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye!